Yeah, peace and blessings, brother Moses, Jesus Christ, chief cornerstone, huh? So yeah, I wanted to share this real quick thought. I was reading in the scriptures and it was a blessing. Jesus said, "Let your yes be yes and your no be no." Right? Simplest put. For the new year, for the new season, let's normalize knowing how to say yes and how to say no. Let's normalize having boundaries, which means you know when to say yes and you know when to say no. Now that sounds like, oh man, like what you mean? Like I know for a long time I ain't know how to say yes or no. I would say yes and somebody could persuade me off my yes and change it. I would say no and somebody could manipulate me off my no and then make me say yes. I people please. I always wanted to help people, and I feel like the enemy took advantage of my desire to help people. And I said yes when I should have said no. Or when I say no, I have to over explain to somebody why I'm saying no. But Jesus said, don't do that. He said, let your yes be yes with no additives, and let your no be no with no additives. So let's normalize in the new year knowing when to say yes and when to say no, because you have a responsibility from God with a yes and a no. You have to know when to say yes and when to say no, how to say yes and how to say no. And you have to have the integrity to stand on your yes and your no and let it mean what it means.